Welcome all of you. This is Poland Daily Culture and my name is Maria Kądzielska. We continue our discussions how art can end up in everyday spaces and be used by people in their everyday life. With me is Habib Maskin, CEO of Deathspring. Thank you very much for coming.
Maria, great to be here. Thanks.
So as we talked in the previous episode, you are a person who originally you're testing the software, and you have a company devoted to all of this, but you realize that people in tech actually also have this need of art.
Need of something else, exactly.
Need of something else. And this how the Art Spring was created and started to work and connect those two worlds of artists and people in technology. So, but there is something more which you're doing. Tell us more.
Okay, so the Art Spring is a project of making young Polish artists, especially painters, famous, or telling about them to the world. And we thought how to do it, how to connect these tech companies with that. And we thought, hey, so let's do art exhibition, but not in the museum, not in a standard way. Let's do it in the offices, in the everyday spaces. So that's how we come up with Everyday Gallery. And it was quite exciting. We did one show already, and the idea was simple. Let's take the paintings to one of our partners from the big tech and just put it there. And people will start asking anyway. One thing, you can admire the talents, but then the other thing is very simple. You can also buy that. So that's the way we help the artists to raise money. So instead of working in normal everyday jobs, they can actually become full-time artists and give us the talent that they have.
Wonderful. So without telling the people in the company, so the workers, of course, but so they come to the bureau or they come to their offices, and they suddenly find out that on the wall there is a painting. Yeah?
Yeah, exactly. Well, we tell them afterwards, so they know what's happening. So they're not afraid that they are moving out of the office. But yeah, we like to see that they are surprised at first, because it's not usual for us to see art in everyday spaces. Maria, do you have any paintings at your home?
I do. I do actually have two paintings, but my parents have more, definitely. But it's not I would say it's not the first necessity which I find in my life, even though I accept this obvious interest in art which I have. And I would say that my approach is kind of similar. Personally, I don't think I've ever purchased a painting. Everything what I have was a gift.
Okay, then you have to sign up for our newsletter and see what we have to offer. We have great artists with great paintings, and you will appreciate it for sure.
And so how big interest was it among the tech people when you started it?
When we started to tell this story. It wasn't that big, to be honest. It was actually quite hard to tell people, hey, buy a painting. Because if you look at the prices, then I have to talk about money, sorry, I know that it's a hard topic, but it's very important, especially for those painters. Because if you think about it, it's not that cheap to paint. You have to buy proper materials. And if you don't buy proper materials, then this painting will not be sold. You have to have good paints. You have to have good technique. You have to have your workshop, and it all costs. So to pay for a painting, let's say 1,000 euros or 2,000 euros, it might seem expensive at first. But if you think how much time and how much effort and how much money that person put into that, then you start to think it's actually not that expensive. And you feel like robbing someone from their time if you pay just that. So I think the money is the first barrier that you have to cross. You have to explain people that a painter is exactly like a coder. So they are creating something, and the time is required. It's not the end product that counts. And I think that happens in IT as well as in art. People look at the end product and they say, but why is it so much? It's just a code. And then people look at art and they say, why is it so much? It's just paint, right? My kid can paint as well, right? Yeah, of course, your kid can also create websites, but it's not going to be of a quality. And that's important, right? So once people understand that, they are more open to art and to idea of supporting the artists. They understand that if I don't buy this painting, there will be no more because you have to pay for that.
Well, absolutely, and I do keep my fingers crossed that actually your initiative will make and support a lot of Polish artists, and they will not be afraid to do it, because after all, the world without art and culture is very empty. And this is, of course, an invitation also to you. If you, the viewers of Poland Daily, never bought a painting, maybe that's a challenge and also a goal to do it. Test and look at the art spring, and maybe you will find something for you. And thank you very much for watching Poland Daily Culture.